Hello everyone, it's a Tape-tastical, and today I'm going to show you all how to make a duct tape trifold wallet. Now this trifold wallet is going to look like this. It's going to have, it's going to be able to fold evenly into thirds, and as you can see it's really thin, and it's going to have an ID slot right here, 3 card pockets on this side, and 3 card pockets on this side, and cards do fit. And then there's going to be one hidden pocket on one side, and yeah, so it's going to look like that. So I'm going to teach you guys how to make this. Okay, so materials you're going to be needing are at least 2 different duct tapes. I'm going to be using this purple kind of zebra and a black. And you also want to have an Xacto knife. I'm going to be using this regular chrome one I got from Walmart for $3, a ruler, some scissors, a piece of plastic for your ID slot. You guys can watch my ID slot idea video, and a cutting board. So you want to start off by cutting 2 strips of 9-inch tape, and I'm going to be using my base color. So it's 9 inches, and now what you want to do is get one piece and overlap that over the other to make it exactly 3.5 inches or 3 3/4 depending on how long you make your card pockets. And now I'm just going to be peeling off the first piece, letting out the air bubbles and folding it back down. Now just flip that whole piece and set it aside. Now, you don't have to use your pattern tape because we're going to be covering this part up again to cover the folder lines, but I'm just going to be using my pattern tape. And you just want to cut 2 strips that are 9 inches again, like so. Now what you want to do is cover up all that sticky, so I'm just going to place that over that piece, and keeping a little bit over, you're just going to fold that excess trim. It's okay if you don't have that trim because we're going to be making another trim over that. Now I'm just going to be really quickly just fold that into thirds. This will make the wallet more easier to fold when we add more stuff on it. So now what I'm going to do is cut 10.5 inches of tape of both colors. This is going to be for the card pockets. I'm going to be using both my base and my pattern color. Now I'm going to be cutting at 3.5 and at 7 inches, or whatever you do if you make them 3 3/4 inches. Just put the sticky side on top of each other. This is it's not a very good beginner project because it's kind of hard. You have to kind of work with the measurements and everything. But I mean, there's no it's not like you don't have to be something in order to do this project. I'm just saying it would be easier. Anyways, now I'm going to be making the hidden pocket for the vertical pocket. So you want to cut 10 inches of tape, and each piece should be 2.5 inches long. I'm cutting one that's my pattern piece, and you are going to be seeing the pattern piece, so I recommend you do it this way. It's going to save you tape. Put one over the other, make sure it's your base color, and make it 3.5 inches or 3 3/4. Just gotta flip that up. Now I'm just gonna get my other black piece, place it over there, and then you want to get your pattern color and place that on the top, like so. Now what we're going to be doing is making the vertical pockets. So just cut 2 pieces that are 7.5 inches of tape. I cut 8.5. You could still you actually might be what am I saying? Okay, you will be needing that extra inch. So save an extra inch of that purple color. the purple, the design color, or the trim color. Now I'm just going to put it sticky side to sticky side over each other. But yeah, so I added an extra inch. My bad. So you should have 3 of each card pocket. There we go. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to cut 2 strips that are 10.5 in. What am I saying? 1 strip that's 10.5, 1 strip that's 5 inches long. Cut the 5 one in half to make it 2.5 and 2.5, and then cut the long strip, which is 10.5 inches, at 3.5 and 7, or 3 3/4, all that good stuff. And we're just gonna be trimming the pockets. There should be 2 strips for every card, but for the vertical pockets, you only want 2 strips. 2 pieces for 3. You'll get the idea. So I just trimmed it, and I put a piece of tape on the bottom of the long ones, the long card pockets, but you're not supposed to put it for the vertical pockets. So I'm just gonna get my extra piece there and attach only the bottom vertical pocket. You're not gonna be attaching the other 2, otherwise the card's not gonna go down all the way. So I'm just gonna set it up how I want it to be, like that, and I'm just gonna put that aside. Now I'm going to cut 3.5 inches of tape. Rip that in half, and now what I'm going to do is just get the straighter side and line the left and the right, and don't fold the left side over, just keep it regular. I accidentally folded it. And you can fold over the right side. So now I unfolded the left. And I'm just gonna put that aside. Now I'm gonna apply the horizontal pockets. And you wanna make sure that they're nice and even, and that the bottom one lines up right at the bottom of the pocket there. So make sure it lines up, and then all that covers is the stickiness that folds over. So you will have to line it up again, and just make sure that nothing interferes with the fold. As you can see, I'm just, picking up the cards and moving it. So it should look really nice like that. Now I'm just going to place that with stickiness on that side, on the left side of the wallet. It should look like that. Just going to fold it back into thirds. Now I'm trimming the ID to make sure that it's the length of our thing. It's okay about the width. The width really doesn't matter, as long as it fits the card. Now I'm just going to be trimming, so I'm getting that piece I cut extra earlier, and I'm going to cut that in half and make sure it's a nice straight cut. And now I'm just going to trim the ID, so I just did a little bit, and then my ID is longer, so I use the other piece. Now I'm just going to fold that over, and there we go, we have the trim for the ID, and I'm just going to place that there. Grabbing my pattern tape, cut again 3.5 inches, or 3 3/4 inches of tape. And as you can see, I kind of wasted my tape there. I wasted a lot of my purple zebra tape, but you're not going to waste any tape when you make this wallet. This is a very good wallet. It uses a good amount of tape for a good reason. So now I'm just going to be applying the, sorry about that. Now I'm just going to be applying the ID. Just put it in like you want to fold over the other card pockets like that, and make sure that it's even. Just fixing that there, and fold over any excess, but you will have to pull that stuff back up on. You guys will see in a second. Cut 9 inches of tape and rip that down in half. Line up one side. Okay, and just make sure it's even. Fold it over. Now get the other piece. And this is where you'll have to just trim the sides, and then what you want to do is grab your Xacto knife, and you'll see in a second, I realized I didn't need that again. So grab your Xacto knife, and right where that fold, like you know where you added the pieces to attach the ID, well, you just want to cut that right where that plastic is. So yeah, just cut it so that you can easily take it off. You might not actually have this. You might have folded on the bottom. I'm sorry if I don't clean this well. Anyway, so you just want to fold that back up and then place that piece on. Now fold that down and you want to cut a little bit where some pockets are, where the hidden pockets are. As you can see, I had to cut some hidden pockets. Now fold everything over. Should look like that. And now we have the basic thing. Now we're just going to cover up those fold over lines. Cut 2 strips that are 9 inches long. And you want them to be your pattern color or your any kind of color. Usually it's the pattern one, and you just want to put them on. You can line up your design right now, but I'm not going to be lining my design. I don't really like lining up zebra. It looks really nice without being lined up. Now, cut right on top of that trim, and this will allow your cards to go back inside the pockets. And yeah. So just do that for everything in the hidden pockets. Okay guys, so this is the finished trifold. It was pretty long to make, and I'm really happy because my friend, Duct Tape and Allisonswallets, you guys can check out her channel. She's been wanting me to make this for a very, very long time. And so finally I got to make it. So it looks like this. It has a bunch of card pockets on this side. There's an ID slot right here. Fits really nicely. And then, oh, whoops. There we go. We have the vertical pockets. And they fit in really nice and they don't show over. So that's how you make a trifold wallet. I did get this pretty much the basic layout from Allisonswallets. She did a bifold here, but I didn't do any bifold. I think it's a lot more thinner that way because this wallet is already very thick. So there you go, guys. That is how you make a duct tape trifold wallet. Thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and watch more of the Tape Testicles videos. Bye!